Welcome to the right renovation. Keep motivated and stay on board. Hi everybody and welcome back. Well, I have been busy. I thought I got you on time lapse and I didn't. I haven't done much. All I've been doing is making up units. So as you can see, I've made up the 800, I've made up the oven housing, and I've made up the 300, and I've made up the 900 corner unit. They're not level, they're not in place. Well, they are in place, which I'll explain to you once we go through it. But I've made all the legs the same height. So when my plinth goes on, I've got enough room for my laminate to go under, and I'm not having to trim them off. And it brings the kitchen up a little bit higher. We encountered a few problems. We just got round the gas pipe there. That's going to be okay. There was an old gas pipe at the bottom down there. I don't know if you can see it. I put a cap on it. I don't need to. My missus insisted. It's an old gas pipe. Obviously, we've got the corner unit in. That corner bit sits in there. I've got to put the doors on before I get that into place and get it all screwed back. So all I've got left to do is put the sink unit in, the 1000, which as you can see, I'm going to have to cut a lot out the back because everything is standing off the wall by a lot. So you've only got a 50mm recess here. So obviously these pipes might just go in it, but everything's sticking out. We're gonna have to cut the back out the back of the unit and try and do it as best we can so we can cut as least out as possible, but it's going to be quite a hefty chunk. The outside tap that I put in, well, the new hose I put in is out of the way. We might have a few issues with this old hot feed. I think that was for the washer, the cold feed for the washer, because the washer is obviously moving. It's going over into that corner over there. So sorry I didn't time lapse or video the putting together of them, but I will with the next units, with the 1000 and the 600. And then of course we've got all the wall units to put up. Once they're all screwed in and in exactly where I want them, all sorted, I'm going to put the worktops on. We'll join that and then I'll tile. Then we'll put the wall units on top of the tiles so it looks lovely and neat. Most important thing is getting these as level as possible. We've got to get them level and maintain the height. So I need to find the highest point in the kitchen because the floor is slightly out. So once I found the highest point in the kitchen, the lowest point in the kitchen, we'll make that 165mm above the floor and we'll keep that level all the way through. Whether it goes higher or lower, it could probably go a bit higher, but it doesn't matter. Let's get on with it. Okay people, so I've just moved the unit. We've got a bit of a problem. We have a leak on this joint here. Now I don't know if that's because I clamped it back to the wall with new clips, that it's put a strain on this joint, but it's leaking. Just put a plate down there and yeah, it's dripping. As you can see, the pipes are not particularly good. They're not so bad. This side, not so good. So what I'm going to have to do with this is I'm going to trim it. I'm going to cut it there and cut on a good piece of pipe there, sand it down. I'm going to have to put an end feed coupler in there, a bit of pipe and an end feed coupler in there to make that good, and we'll solder it. I mean, I could just use a compression joint and put that in, but I think we'll do it right and do it soldered. So that's going to hold me up slightly, but these are the things you come across with old pipes. But obviously there's no way I want to leave a drip behind the units because that'll just get worse and worse and worse and worse. So I won't get all my soldering stuff. We'll put a couple of end feeds in there to join that. I've got my replacement copper pipe, which I've cleaned both ends. The new end feeds, both clean. And I've cleaned off this side and I've cleaned off this side. I've undone the clips so I can move the pipes. So when I go to put my end feeds in, I've got that movement backwards and forwards. See if that leaks. Let's have a look. Let's turn her on. So now we're looking good. The boiler's kicked in because it wasn't tappy. Oh, I'll tell you why that's kicked in, because the tap is on upstairs. It's looking good. I had to undo the tap upstairs to release the water, come down the pipes and along here and out, because obviously you can't have water in your pipes when you're soldering. I've just opened this valve here on the hot, so we can make sure that there's water, obviously in the pipes, which there was. You have 0 leaks. Good strong fix, pretty straightforward really. Got to be done. Don't look the neatest. Going behind a unit, I put plenty of solder in. Well, like you saw me, I put about 15mm of solder on each side. There's water coming out there, the boiler's working fine, the upstairs tap's getting nice and hot. Peace of mind for when we put this kitchen in. So I'm going to clear up the floor, then we're going to get them units back in place. Let me just come back out, get these units back in place, get the door on, both of them, get the corner bit in so it's all perfectly in the right place, and then we can crack on with the rest of the kitchen. The only other thing I have noticed is we've got the earth strap there. When they put my water meter in, they did put me new earth straps across there. Now this one goes in the wall, and I'm assuming that goes to the consumer box. It goes in the wall and off somewhere there. So I'm even thinking, just to make them right, I'm going to take them off, sand the pipes. It looks like they've been put on painted pipes. Very good. So yeah, I think I will address them first and got 2 good connections. You can see it's come off there where I've been bending the pipes. So I'm going to make two good connections there and connect them leads back up. Then we know we're good. Let's do that. I've cleaned off the pipes underneath it and there, slightly moved the clips across, retightened them, get them a bit of a clean, rerouted them so they're back up against the wall and not sticking out, so they're not going to interfere with the unit, and that makes a good earth strap from each pipe. And then the earth obviously goes off, I think, to the consumer unit. The leckies will be able to tell you better than that, but it's worth doing that. I know I've got one down there on the new meter, but there's one here, I'm going to do it. It's there, so we might as well make it good. Like I say, get everything done before you get these units in. So I'm happy with that. I know I've got a good connection, because it was just on top of paint. You're not going to get a good connection if you put them on top of paint. So it's worth just sanding them off, reconnecting them, making sure they're all tight. Jobs are good. Okay, so as you can see, that's how it goes. Obviously the door is going to sit, I'll have the door opening this way, but the door will come to the end of this unit like it does on these. So this just needs to be catching just the edge. So we need a couple of them blocks again, down the edge of this one and secure that to that. But we're not going to do that until we've got everything in place as it should be. The floor's coming across as pretty level. So really I'm guided by this corner to get that right. So that's it the right way that way, that's the right way that way, and the corner post fits nice, which it does. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure down here to make sure I've got the clearance. Like I said, the 150mm for the kickboard, and probably 12mm for the laminate flooring and underlay, depending on what size. I normally get 9mm laminate, sometimes 12. So I'm going to give myself a bit of a gap. So don't mind if there's a little gap under the kickboards, because I like that bit of ventilation going through. I'm going to go 168 gap there. I'm going to make sure that's right, then we'll have to make sure these two are completely level, going from that way, that way, that way, that way, and everywhere. Be a bit of messing about, getting underneath and turning the legs to get them perfectly level. So let's see how we go with that. Okay, so they're in place. As you can see from the time lapse, I know it's dead quick on there, but a lot of them getting under the cabinets adjusting all the legs. So you've got to get right to the back one there. I've joined these two together now. You've got to run your spirit level from every angle possible. These have got to be spot on, and they're all spot on with a bubble. They're all dead level. And that is where you start everything from. So everything will go level that way. Everything will go level that way. As you can see, nice gap down there. Perfect for that. The door will go on there, which will go into that recess, open this way, and we're into there, no bother. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the walls where the, let's see if you can see that, where the brackets are here, and here, there and there. I don't want to move the units again because they're perfectly straight now. So what I'll do is I'll mark where the brackets are, and I'll take the screws outside and take the brackets out. I'm going to drill my holes, put the brackets back in, drill them back into the side, and we'll be absolutely, should be rock solid and a right nice square base. We haven't got a massive issue with the floor. I've dropped the level on it 5 or 6 times and it's pretty level. But I've got a good corner there that's perfectly level, both sides. They're not leaning forward or leaning back. Check every angle you can. That is your foundation of your kitchen. Okay, so that's them screwed in. Look, absolutely solid now. You can't move them. Keep rechecking the levels. It's so important you get these levels. That is bang on. That is bang on. That is bang on. And I must maintain the height though, which is perfect. Yep. So they're running around perfect now with a little bit of leeway. Because I have got underneath the kickboards, they give you a plastic strip to put under to seal it down. It's really good. It just stops any crap going under and it looks neater. They're a couple of mil thick, so I've allowed 170 in total. So it's 150 for the kickboard, at least 12 or 13 mil for the laminate flooring and the underlay. All I've got to do now is these 2 units. We've now got to get these perfectly level with that one, because we know that's level. So we'll get them in place, get them perfectly level all the way across. Same thing, drill the holes for the brackets, just undo the brackets, drop them down a bit, put the raw plugs in, screw them up, tighten them back up to the size, and we should have a perfectly square L. So let's get to it. One in place. As you can see, I've clamped the units together. I got them there or thereabouts within a millimetre, just tapped it with a mallet. I've got them perfectly level, because there's nothing worse than these not looking level when you've got your kitchen. If one's slightly proud of the other, your doors don't sit right. So you can line them up with the top there, get that really flush, so your worktop sits flush. The same at the bottom, all the way across. We're working off that, which we know is bob on level, so I'll clamp them to that. Then I've worked my way across and brought this side needed to come up a touch. Done that, I've got it perfectly level that way and that way. So they're now sitting lovely and flush. I can go all the way from this end unit there to there. Now your spirit level shouldn't rock at all anywhere. If you can see it doesn't rock, that means that's perfect level. So if you put your worktop on, even if you've got a slight dip, which I've seen before, and the worktop bows down slightly and you won't get your join right, because this one coming along will be level and your join here won't sit right. So it's imperative that you get that level all the way across. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some screws through to join that unit to this unit, because you want them all joined together so they never move. Just a case of putting some 30mm screws through, something like that. So I'm going to bang a few of them through. Obviously try not to put them through any of the holes in the side that you might put your shelf on or anything like that. I like to go at the top corners to stop them moving. There now, see that being to the wall has made this unit solid as well. It's going to wobble a bit there till we get that corner in, but we're getting the basis of a really solid kitchen and dead level. Level is everything. I know I keep barking on about it, but level is everything. The tiling, the worktops, everything will run off this. So the level we can get it, the better. So take your time, if it takes you all day, don't matter, get that dead level. Okay, so that's all that done. I'm really happy with how that's gone in. As you can see, it's solid. Doesn't move a bit. Absolutely perfect. It's exactly how it should be. It's worth taking the time. It's like I say, because this is the base of everything. They are absolutely lovely, spot on. I'm impressed. I'm impressed myself for once. Absolutely perfect. No matter where we go off, even from that corner to this corner, we should be bob on level, and we are. I'm not fibbing. If you want to have a look, if you can go from the corner to there till over there, you see that? So, more than happy with that. I think we've still maintained the height that we want from the floor to the bottom. Hoping so the floor goes up here. Oh, it's not hardly gone up anything. It's gone up like 2mm. So that's absolutely perfect. When we put these worktops on, you should be able to put a ball on there and it not move. It should be lovely and level. We'll test that. I'll probably shoot myself in the foot there, but so I think now it's time to address this carbuncle. We've got 1,000 unit to put in there, 2 500 doors on it. We've somehow got to cut around all that mess. So what I'll do first is I'll make the unit up. I'll show you how it comes, and I'll show you a quick video on how they go together. I'm sure you've all done flat pack before. It won't be anything kind of new to you. They're pretty straightforward. They're just twist cams and dowels. But the instructions can be a little bit confusing. But we'll whip that together, get all this mess out of the way in your temporary kitchen. We'll get it made up, we'll get it in position, get it about the right height, and then we'll have to look at a butcher in the back. There ain't no way around it, so let's see what we can do.